Hey, what's up guys, OSG back, and also back is Amiga Hidden Gems. It's been 7 months since I did letter I, and after that I hit a real block with J, but one of my Patreons, Super Lit Mario, has asked me to restart the series, so here it is. J is by far the hardest letter I've done in any of my Hidden Gems series, but after a lot of digging and playing, I think I've managed to pull it off and found 10 games that are very overlooked, even if not so hidden. So sit back, relax and watch the A to Z of Amiga Hidden Gems, beginning with J. Kicking us off in 10th place we have Jungle Gym. This is a casual Pac-Man style maze game released in 1991 by Energize. While it doesn't offer much in the terms of variety or difficulty, it still provides a fun experience, especially for casual players. The game features 50 levels and even includes a built-in level designer, which is a nice touch for anyone wanting to create their own mazes. The gameplay is straightforward, and while it might not challenge the hardcore gamers, it's perfect for a quick laid-back gaming session. Ninth position is taken by Nicklaus, Unlimited Golf. This is a solid golf game from 1990 that often gets overlooked, probably because PGA Tour Golf came out just a year later and stole the spotlight. But despite that, this game offers a pretty enjoyable golfing experience, especially as it supports up to 4 players. The gameplay is well designed, and while it might not be as polished as the later golf sims, it still holds up as a fun, accessible way to hit the virtual greens. It may not have received much attention or overall reviews, but for anyone looking beyond the usual PGA Tour golf titles, this is definitely worth a shot. In 8th place we have the Jetsons, George Jetson and the Legend of Robotopia, which is a surprisingly fun point-and-click adventure from 1989 that really captures the feel of the classic cartoon. The story stays true to the source material, and the game's intro sets the tone nicely. The graphics are well done for the time, and the gameplay has a classic adventure charm, making it an enjoyable experience overall. There are a couple of weaker puzzles that feel a bit clunky, but that doesn't take away too much from the fun. It's a shame that this one isn't talked about more, because it's a well-crafted game that deserves more recognition, especially for fans of the Jetsons or classic adventure games. 7th place is taken by Justice by Extreme, and this one's a bit of a cheat entry since it never actually got released, but as I mentioned in the intro, games starting with J was scarce, so it's in, and despite being an unfinished demo, it absolutely deserves a spot here. It's impossible not to compare this to Star Fox that came out 3 years before this demo surfaced, but from what I've seen, Justice was apparently in development around the same time, which makes you wonder what could have been. If it had been completed and released, I truly believe we'd still be talking about it today. Jackman is in 6th place, so this one is truly a hidden gem as it's not featured on Lemon or Hall of Light. I found this when looking around my ADF collection when I was scraping around for letter J games, and I have to say I love it. Obviously it's a Pac-Man type game, but one with enough differences to set it apart from other clones like Jungle Gym that we saw earlier. Anyway, it's got puzzle parts to it too, sometimes leaving you soft locked, which I like. It's unforgiving, but that's what I like as well. Don't think of this as a simple Pac-Man clone, because it's way more than that, and definitely worth a play as it just flows so well. Next, in 5th position we have Jimmy's Fantastic Journey, which is a charming little platformer from 1995 that really captures the feel of a classic Amiga platform game. It was developed by Melon Design and published by Lionheart Software Design. It has a colourful, detailed art style and a fantastic soundtrack that adds to its charm. The scrolling levels and smooth gameplay make it an enjoyable experience, especially if you love cute, well-designed platformers. It might not be the most well-known game out there, but it has a lot of personality and polish. The combination of fun level design, great music and tight controls make it a hidden gem, and it's definitely worth checking out if you're into classic Amiga platformers. In 4th place we have Jet Pilot. This is a seriously detailed flight simulator that puts you in the cockpit of a NATO intercept pilot in the 1960s. Released by Vulcan Software in 1996, it leans heavily to realism, focusing on training, qualification and mastering air combat manoeuvring rather than pure action. The level detail is impressive, with realistic instrument navigation, no visibility conditions and even structural limits to consider. It really makes you feel like you're learning the ins and outs about being a military pilot. That said, it's definitely a more work-orientated sim than a fast-paced combat game. If you're looking for an accessible arcade-style flight experience, this isn't it. But if you enjoy deep technical simulations, Jet Pilot is a hidden gem. 3rd place is taken by Journey. So Journey is a fascinating adventure game from Infocom, released in 1989, that blends text and adventure in a way that feels ahead of its time. Unlike traditional text adventures, it has a streamlined interface that removes the need for typing, making it much more accessible. The writing is excellent and pulled me right into a fantasy world, which clearly takes inspiration from Tolkien, with its party-based storytelling and grand journey. I really appreciate how immersive the experience feels, with well-crafted descriptions and elegant design that keeps the focus on the story. While it might not be as well known as some of Infocom's other games, it is a hidden gem that offers a rich, engaging adventure without the usual frustration of old-school text parsers. In 2nd position we have Jump and Roll. This is a fun, addictive game from the 1990s that feels like a solid Trailblazer clone. Smooth graphics and quality sound really stand out, especially for a cover disc game. The gameplay is fast paced and simple to pick up, making it a great choice for a quick session. I really enjoyed its responsive controls and the challenge of navigating the tracks at high speed. Unfortunately, there's apparently a bug that prevents the game from being completed, with the track cutting off at stage 8, which is frustrating, but I never got there. Still, I find it a great hidden gem that's worth checking out, despite its flaws. It's an entertaining game that keeps me coming back for more. And now, in 1st place we have Jupiter's Masterdrive. This is a top-down futuristic racing game released by Ubisoft in 1990. I've known this game for a while and I've always found it to be a fun and underrated gem on the Amiga. The multi-directional racing style gives it a unique feel, and the mix of speed and combat keeps things exciting. Gameplay is smooth and the graphics still hold up well for their time. It reminds me a bit of Supercars, but with a bit more combat-focused twist, which adds to the challenge. With an average rating of 76 from various game magazines, it's clear that others appreciated it too. For me, this is one of them games that doesn't get talked about enough, but still delivers a solid, enjoyable racing experience. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope I've given you 1 or 2 games that you didn't know or have forgotten about to go and play. Let me know in the comments below if you know of any hidden gems beginning with J. Please remember to drop this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more great retro content. Oh, and if you would like to become a Patreon like these gems going up the screen right now, get on over to my Patreon channel where you can pledge for as little as $1. That will give you perks like your name in the end credits, Amiga crack draw, video requests, giveaways and more in the future. Till next time, this is OSG, signing out.